Are you retired, but it isn't the carefree? Stop, start over from the beginning. In three, two, one. Are you watching as the go-go years of what should be your retirement march by while you continue to work? Are you retired, but it isn't the carefree, fun-filled retirement you thought you would have? Did you know too many baby boomers are delaying retirement for no good reason? Many retired seniors can improve their monthly cash flow now. And your housing wealth should absolutely be a part of your go-go years retirement strategy. What do we mean by go-go years? You know, when you retire, there are the go-go years, the years that you can go and you're physically able to go and you want to go. You want to go all the time. But then you turn from there to the slow-go years, and from there you move to the no-go years. And too many of the baby boomer generation are skipping the go-go years and working straight through it. Hi, my name's Kenny Hawthorne. I'm a retirement mortgage specialist with C2 Financial Corporation. This presentation is for you if you're frustrated that you don't have the cash flow you want in your retirement. And the main reason you don't is because you still have a mortgage payment. Even if it's only 1, 2, or 5 or 10 years, it's still a mortgage payment and it still is devastating to your retirement cash flow. It's hard to get on a fixed income in retirement when you have a mortgage payment. Or you're worried about what's going on with the stock markets and what's happening with interest rates and what's happening in the world today, especially coming out of COVID and all of the things we've suffered and faced. And so you're worried about what's going to happen. And so you're timid about what you might want to try to do in retirement. And you're searching. You're out there searching. You're looking at this because you're searching for answers and you're looking for someone you can trust. Well, I know if imagine you could wave a magic wand and have the money at the end of the month that you need to have more in your coffers at the end of each month. Or, and it's not an extravagance. No one's looking for an extravagance in our generation. We're not extravagant. We're looking for the fundamentals, some of the basics of what we wanted in retirement. Maybe you need an emergency fund. Maybe you can see on the horizon that you might need long-term care, or you might need some other kind of resource in your retirement, and you need to establish an emergency fund that you can go get if you need to. Or you want to remodel something. You have a kitchen or a bathroom or something like that you want to remodel, or an outdoor, barbecue pit that you would love to remodel that would change your life and make it a more enjoyable retirement, and it's really not an extravagance. Or you want to pay off something. You're looking to pay off a mortgage or pay off some of your credit card bills. And then finally, possibly, you might just want to take a trip. Maybe you want to go somewhere with your wife or your husband, or maybe you want to take a grandchild on a trip. Again, not extravagance, but these are things we think about that we want to do, and we're not doing them in our retirement. So you may have options that you haven't considered. If you want to know if you have options for safely improving your retirement experience, then pay close attention to this presentation. We want to help you identify those options. Smart seniors today, smart seniors, are actively and thoroughly doing their own research. But the information they're finding can be inaccurate and confusing. More importantly, smart seniors are also searching to find a resource they feel can trust. And that's as important as getting the information itself. Let me give you an example. Consider this illustration here. Yield signs. Are they yellow and black? Most people are sure that they are, in fact, yellow and black. taught a continuing education class across the entire state of Texas. I've taught it in front of realtors all over Texas. And every time I go somewhere and ask this question, about 90% of the people tell me that the yield sign is yellow and black. But the truth is, yield signs changed. And they changed in 1971. And they changed to red and white. Yield signs are no longer yellow and black. They changed to red and white, and they changed many, many, many years ago, in fact. How could we possibly still think that they're yellow and black? It's funny how we get those things entrenched in our mind as to what they are, and we're not able to modify our thinking. We need to change our thinking. Well, let me ask you this question. What if most of what you knew about a reverse mortgage has changed too? Information online is often inaccurate. It's very misleading. It's dated, and it's not telling the truth anymore. And there's too much of it. There are many myths surrounding a reverse mortgage that simply aren't true. And we have to re-educate people who contend, wait a minute, I know this is true because that yellow yield sign is still yellow, but it's not, it's red. And seniors are looking for resources to help them make informed decision, get the right information, find a resource that you can trust. So what if there was a trustworthy resource that you could help you investigate your options and do it without pressuring you, without causing you to feel like that you're under the gun to make some kind of quick decision? I'm Kenny Hawthorne, and my associate's name is Ken Kennedy. We are Kenny and Ken. We are retirement mortgage specialists, and we provide this service across the entire state of Texas. Now, I've lived in the same house for 35 years. I have grandchildren. This has happened to be two of them. You can tell that I'm a graduate of the University of Texas at Austin, and so I'm trying to indoctrinate my grandchildren as early as possible. There's a picture of me and my son and my grandson at our first Ranger game, and of course, we love going to Colorado. We love to get up into the mountains. It's a beautiful time. It's something that we've really enjoyed, and so we are rock solid, and we've been here forever, and we're going to continue to be here. My associate is Ken Kennedy. He and his wife Ray have been married nearly as long as my wife and Cheryl and I have been married. Both of us over 40 years. Ken's an outdoorsman. He loves to hunt. He loves to backpack. He loves to get on the lake with his grandson. And so what we do, we've known each other for over 40 years, been in business together in various ways over the years, and now we're in our retirement and our semi-retirement years, and we're trying to help seniors across Texas to be understand what their options are. So we're happy to work with seniors. And why do we care about this? Let me tell you something. There's a couple of things Ken and I believe. Love your neighbor is more than just a cliche. We live it. We want to provide a service. We want to to bring a resource to seniors and do it in such a way that it can help them and make decisions. We're committed to every client, no matter if they're a huge client, got a big house with a big mortgage, or a little client with a little mortgage, or if they've been challenged with life. And too many of our clients, honestly, are widows, and we love to help them because we wish we could have helped our own mothers, both of us. But so we want to help people, and we're committed to every single client who comes to us to help them, no matter what their situation is. The next thing we're going to say, trust and honor means something to us. And so we are going to conduct ourselves with integrity so that you can trust what we tell you. We're going to make sure that we don't give you information that's improper or inappropriate or wrong. And we're not going to do what's in our best interest. We're going to try to do what's in your best interest. And there's a personal satisfaction that comes with working with clients and helping them, because at the end of this journey, and frankly, it is a journey, every person that we've helped has looked at us and said, "This, we are so thankful that we were to make it through to the end of this game, because it's been life changing for many of them." Now, you're already faced with two choices. You can stop this presentation right now. You can do nothing. You can absolutely do nothing, and you can change nothing. That is your first choice, and you're welcome to do it. This is your moment. Go ahead and kill this thing and just get out of it. Or you can keep going, and you can see for yourself if this is an option that could change path of your retirement. We talk about the path of retirement, the trajectory of retirement, the direction of retirement, because it gets in a direction and it's not easy to change the path of it. But this is a game changer and it can change the path of your retirement. Let me tell you who this is not for. Let me tell you who should not continue. If you don't have 50% equity in your home today, you're not going to be a candidate for what we're going to talk about. You do have to have 50% equity at minimum in your house. So you might as well bail out if you don't have that and come back to me when you do, because that's the first set of group of people that we're working with. And so 50 to 75 to 80 to 90 to 100% equity, everybody there is a candidate for what we're going to be talking about. But if you don't have that, then you're probably not a candidate. If you don't want to manage the equity and you're leaving your heirs, if you just want to, if all you want to do is blindly ignore this large asset in your retirement and blindly give it to your heirs, you can absolutely do that. Or you can manage it and make it part of your retirement strategy. Here's a question you might be asking at this moment. Who are these guys and can I trust them? Well, let me tell you what some of our clients have said to us and said about us. Here's our friend and client in the Houston area. Her name's Maddie. Maddie's a beautiful person, and we've loved being able to help her. Let me tell you what she talked about to me. She told me that her husband had passed away. He had done everything for her for 52 years. He had managed all of the money, and she had to learn what to do with the money she had. She said, I had to learn what to do with the money I had. I didn't have a lot of money, she said, but I wanted to manage it well. And one day I had a thought to myself, my house is my greatest asset. What could that possibly mean? We were able to step in with Maddie and help her figure that out. Maddie was managing her resources and assets heroically, in fact. But changes in her life, the death of her husband, along with changes in inflation, stock markets, interest rates, COVID, seemed to stack layer upon layer of pressure on her situation. And so this was more than just a financial decision for her. It's very emotional. It was a stress management decision that she had to try to deal with and that we were able to help her with. But at the end of the day, trust was the actual issue. She wanted to trust people. She had learned to be vigilant, as she should be. She listened to her trusted advisors who led her to Jenny and Ken. That trusted advisor was a financial advisor. His name was Chad Castle in the Waco area, 25-year financial industry veteran. What he said about was, he said, one of the things I enjoy the most is when clients say to me, I was talking to those reverse mortgage guys that you referred me to. I had a great conversation. They sound like great people. And I appreciate them helping me. And so what Chad Castle has done is recommended a number of clients to us because we've been able to help his clients in many ways. And so now what you need to know about Maddie is, first of all, no one should be navigating the waters of a reverse mortgage without an experienced guide. You can't do this by yourself. And frankly, you can't just go online and research it and be able to handle it. It's too complicated. There's too much going on. You need someone to help you with that navigation. No one should have to wonder, is it a good idea for me? Is it a right solution for me? I wonder. I don't know how to find out, and I really don't want these guys on a call pressuring me into doing something. And we can help you determine exactly how a reverse mortgage might change the path of your retirement. You need to ignore the myths, get rid of the misinformation, and get fully informed. And so what she said was, I developed a trust. I went along with what I was learning. I prayed about what I was learning, she said, and I developed a trust that you were telling me what I needed to know. And so we worked with her to help her. She indicated to me that we were able to change the path of her retirement experience in an extraordinarily good way. Uh, Maddie's one of our clients, but obviously she's not the only one. Here's another client's comments talking about his experience working with Kenny and Ken. His name is Dennis. He said he told us I wanted to stay in my home. I wanted to stay in my home. I knew I was going to be sitting on a lot of equity in my home, is what he told us. And I wanted to stay in my home. So I was always interested in reverse mortgages. All right. And he said the experience that I had was beautiful. He told me I worked with Kenny and Ken. The experience was beautiful. Kenny answered every question. We were on the same page from the get-go. I really can't say how it could have been any better. That's what Dennis told us. Now, I'll tell you that on our website, we have full interviews with both Dennis and Maddie that we publish to our website. And so you can see everything they had to say if you want to go to our website. It's going to be k2-khawthorne.com. And we'll post that at the end of the video. We are thankful at Dennis we were able to do exactly what he had hoped to do, establish an emergency resource for him and his wife in their retirement. So we were able to accomplish his goals as well. Important idea we have to offer to you. You can trust us to help you understand how incorporating your housing wealth could change your entire retirement experience. It can be an absolute game changer. Finally, we have Brenda from Waco, who was also faced with a choice. She could sell the house she loved and move away from her home, which she did not want to do, or she could remodel her house into her dream retirement home. And so she wanted her dream retirement home, but she didn't want to leave her house and where she lived and all of her friends. And then her friend had a dream. She had a friend came to her and she said, my friend told me she had a dream and she knew exactly how to remodel my home. And so they did. Last thing she told us was, and now my home is brand spanking new with a brand new, beautiful kitchen, a beautiful bathroom. I mean, she renovated it from start to finish and did it in a way that did not rob or devastate her retirement portfolio. She was able to accomplish it and still have a house she can live in the rest of her life without a mortgage payment. She told us she was very happy with this decision, and I've told everyone I know that this is a good idea. Brenda is actually one of our strongest advocates. She tells everybody about it. And so it's a great resource, and I promise you, we are thankful. In her own words, Brenda has been able to make her home brand spanking new. So, three clients that we love, that we've appreciated. They are friends of ours now because we've been through the process with them. Here's your action plan. What do you need to do? You've earned the right to enjoy your retirement, not simply survive it. Let us help you understand your options. How do I make that happen? You're going to click this button on this page. Click this button and set up an appointment and let us sit down with you and review it with you. Let's schedule a conversation. You can trust us to help you discover the potential impact of incorporating home equity into your retirement strategy. There'll be no sales pressure, just information. Okay, what to expect? It's a 20 to 30-minute Zoom meeting or a phone call. That's what we need. It's a conversation that we can have with you. It is not a 1 hour high pressure sales pitch. You will not get a high pressure sales pitch from us. We will provide you with information that you can use as you evaluate your options. That's our only goal. All right. At the end of our time together, you'll know you have a resource you can trust. That's first and foremost. You'll know what the impact home equity can have on your retirement experience, and you'll know exactly what to expect if you decide to move forward. You will not have to wonder about what you need to do or how the process works. Moving forward from here, if you decide to move forward, we'll provide you with 100% of the results of our conversation. We're not holding anything back from you. Everything we provide is free of charge. You have no obligation and no pressure to do anything with us. Just for your information, our clients still call us whenever they have a question, and you can too, even if you don't wind up helping, if we don't wind up helping you personally. And after that, I like to cook. Some of us share recipes. Just telling you, this is what happens when we grow into friendships. Book your conversation with us today. Click the button on the bottom of this page. This is a picture of me and my youngest granddaughter. Although I have another one on the way, I have a caption with this picture that says, "We're used to tough negotiator." And tells you she's a pretty tough negotiator. There's no catch. There is no catch, but there are limited spots available. So you need to book this, click this button and get a conversation booked with us as soon as possible so that we can help you immediately. Schedule your conversation in today. Book it today. Click this button and you have our personal commitment. We will not pressure you. We will personally review your situation. We'll meet with you one-on-one with Zoom or on a phone call, and we will give you the results of it 100%. Book your call today. 100% of the results of our conversation, if you decide to move forward, will provide you with 100% of the results of our conversation. Everything you'll need to make an informed decision to move forward, click the button today. Remember, don't rely on unrealistic resources. Make sure you're talking with an experienced retirement mortgage specialist, not an inexperienced operator at a national call center, somebody that was selling used tires last week. You need to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about, who's going to give you the full information. And no one should pressure you to do anything. Our only goal is to help you be fully and accurately informed. Let's have a conversation to review together the potential impact of incorporating home equity into your go-go years retirement strategy.